Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Ken, also known as MrKenDenis. So, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a first impressions on this orange corrector from LA Girl Pro. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys click on the subscribe button down below and also that bell so you get notified when I do have a new video up. I basically do a lot of beauty, hair and makeup related videos, and I also vlog about my personal life. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, let's get this demonstration started. As you guys can see, I've got my eye makeup done already. If you guys are interested, I have an Instagram video on it, so just, yeah, check out my Instagram. I've got a base on. I've got the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. This is just the clear one. Very nice silicone based primer. Now, before I start applying this, I want to show you guys what I normally use to color correct my 5 o'clock shadow. This one is from Ben Nye. This is the 50 Sharp Studio Beard cover. As you guys can see, it's I would say a lightish orange color, and that usually works for my 5 o'clock shadow. And you know, my 5 o'clock shadow isn't very prominent, but it's still visible, and when I do wear foundation, you can see that little bit of a green cast, which really annoys me. Now, this is the LA Girl Pro Orange Corrector. Now, this is really dark. This looks to me like a burnt orange. I was expecting something like this. Now, I did order mine off eBay, so there is a 50-50 chance that this is a fake, so forgive me if I am reviewing a fake one, but yeah, this is the color that I'm reviewing today. Now, I am familiar with LA Girl Pro's color corrector concealers. I've got a yellow one, which I used to highlight, but yeah, this one's an orange one. As you guys can see, very fresh. All right, let's just pop this on. Ooh, that is very orange. So I've got a ginger beard, so I'm just going to use this concealer brush from Eco Tools. I'm just going to buff it into the skin. I might have put on a bit too much, just saying. Alright, so I'm just going to apply my foundation on top. This one is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation. Now this one is in number 7. This one I think is a little bit too dark for me, but that should probably work really well with this. Alright, let's bounce this sponge. Okay, I can see already that it's transferring a bit of that red onto the rest of my face, which I'm not impressed. Then again, I might have used a bit too much. This is ridiculous. This is way too much product. I'm going to start again. Okay, so that was interesting. Okay, so I've just removed it. I just used one of those face halo microfiber cloth things just to remove my makeup. And looking at my chin now, I can see that it's a little bit stained. Then again, I just quickly wiped it off, so that could also be it. Alright, I'm going to put it on again, but this time I'm going to put a small amount, like just that. Let's see how far that goes. Let's see how far this blends. Oh my gosh. I honestly feel like that's still way too much product. Okay, so that was just literally a small dab of that product and what's ever left on my brush, but I honestly feel like that's still heaps of product, so I'm just going to try and wipe off the excess on a tissue and just try and buff it out even more. See guys, this is really a first impressions. Like, this is like a real learning curve for me. Alright, so what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to buff my foundation everywhere else first, like really blend it in first, and then do the 5 o'clock shadow area, because I feel like last time I did it, it was just like bleeding into the rest of the foundation, turning my foundation quite red, which is a big no-no. By the way, this foundation gives me medium coverage. I'd say I have to apply 2 layers to get like medium full coverage. So we'll see how this corrector goes with that sort of like coverage, because I don't think everyone's going to be into full coverage. I mean, realistically, with any sort of like full coverage type foundation, medium full coverage type foundation, even a slight color corrector is going to work at color correcting, just because you've got that coverage as well. Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to apply some foundation on my 5 o'clock shadow, especially now that that's gotten some time to dry as well. Hopefully that's going to stop it from bleeding. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think that's worked. It's not bleeding into the rest of my foundation like it was earlier, but you can definitely see there's that red tone there, so I'm just going to apply a little bit more foundation. Okay, so that's done the trick. I do have to say, I did end up using a lot of foundation just trying to cover that up with that foundation. But then again, this foundation, again, I'd say is not as full coverage as I would like it, but yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and I'm gonna share with you guys my thoughts and opinions about this color corrector in a sec. Okay, so the rest of the makeup is done, and yes, there is a makeup tutorial on my Instagram account. I'll link it down in the description box down below. But going back to the corrector, as you guys can see, works really well. Done the rest of my makeup and I can barely see my 5 o'clock shadow, which is 2 thumbs up for me already. Obviously, first impressions, how well does it color correct? Really good. Consistency, really good. And can we talk about pigmentation? That is incredible. As you guys saw, I applied a lot of product because that's how much I would normally use when I used to use the Ben Nye Beard cover. I would, you know, really pack it on, and even then I'd still see a little bit of that 5 o'clock shadow peeking through. I mean, I still see a little bit, I mean, the tiniest bit of 5 o'clock shadow. What do I think about the formula? I think this is wetter compared to my other one, the yellow corrector that I have. That, or it's really old, that's why it's drier, but this one's very liquidy, very fluidy. Definitely let it dry on the skin first before you apply your foundation, because it does mix, as you guys saw. But once it's dried and you put on your foundation and everything, it looks perfectly fine. I'm really digging it. In terms of price tag, now I did get this from eBay. I think I paid $7 Australian. I think in Australia that's like the normal price. I think in America you guys get this for a lot cheaper, but you know, I think it's still really inexpensive for what it is, and you get 8 grams of product. That's a deal. That's a steal. No wonder these things are like so popular for people of color, because again, the color range for the concealers is really, really deep and really light as well. You know what, I don't know what I prefer more, this or this. I think they work really well. Both have got their strengths and their, I suppose, cons. But yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment box down below. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you guys did, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.